Beautiful. So as we get started, I'm going to go ahead and make sure everybody can see me. Perfect. All right. Beautiful. How are we on this amazing Thursday that we get to have? Please type in the chat on a scale of 1 to 10 how you're feeling physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. How are you today? On that scale of 1 to 10, where are you at? Let me go ahead and type that in. Andy's at a 7. Good. Got some 7s. Amy, nice. All right, everybody, I would love to have you on video so that I can see your beautiful smiling faces. Amy's at an 8. Seppo, good. Michael's at a 6. Okay. 4, got a cough. Okay, Eileen, well, today with the breath work that we're going to do, the meditation, hopefully we're going to get that up to a 9, 10, somewhere in there. All right, Deb, good to see you, my friend. All right, Janet's a 7. Okay, fantastic. So as we embark upon this 90-minute journey together, I would love to know from all of you, what is your intention? What is it that you would love to get from our time together today? It can be anything, physical, mental, emotional. What drew you to this workshop? What do we have in here? Please go ahead. Always looking to grow. Eileen, yes. My purpose moving forward. Janet, okay, beautiful. Andy, mental clarity, good. Good. And, this is a really interactive workshop. So the more energy you give me, the more I'm going to be able to give to you. So by all means, chat away, except for during the meditation time. Improvement. Okay. Good, 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 good. So as we get started, everybody, there's a couple of different housekeeping items. So we just want to make sure that we have in place to make sure that we get the very most from this time together. First thing is, please make sure that you have some water with you. Second thing is, if you have headphones, definitely keep those handy. There will be a time in about 30 minutes from now, I'm going to ask you to put your headphones on because we're going to be dropping into a deep meditative state using truly the most advanced, just amazing binaural beat, brainwave entrainment technology. And it's really required that you have headphones. So during the next 30 minutes or so, if you could dig them up, if you don't already have them, please make sure you do. If not, you'll still get a lot from the class, but to experience this magic, the headphones are really an important part. Now, the next part is for the next 90 minutes. Please devote this to yourself. Make sure you're in a quiet place where you'll be undisturbed. You're not going to have any cats jumping on your lap or children, or if you're driving, well, of course, keep your eyes open. Don't meditate while you're driving. But we want to make sure that this next hour and a half is devoted just to us. And at the very end, I have a very special gift for all of you, one we just barely created for the Ascended Living program, which is part of the Integrated Ascension Method, but it's really now the flagship. And so at the end, I've got something for you. All right. Now, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Nate. Anaez is what I go by, Zeleznick. And for the past 26 years, I have been one of only 2 American master trainers of a very special, ancient royal art of breathwork, meditation, energy healing, extrasensory perception development, and martial arts. And I actually brought it here to the United States in 1999 with one of my younger brothers. And for 26 years, I've been blessed to work with now millions of people to teach this virtually as well as in person. However, have you ever had a situation where life knocked you down so hard you never thought you'd be able to get back up? And if you did, you knew you'd have to be somebody different. If you've ever had a true life-changing experience like that, type a 1 in the chat. If you've ever been in a situation like that, or you felt like you've been there. Andy, yeah, 1. Yeah, Deb, yeah, so I know Deb, yeah. Mark, yeah, good to see you, brother. I'm glad you're here. Jen, oh, my friend, my sister, glad you're here. Michael, yes. And if you haven't, I can guarantee you that you know somebody who has. Well, for me, that was March 3rd of this year at 2:17 in the afternoon. I'll never forget the date or the time because that's when I really hit not rock bottom, but rock foundation. I was teaching a workshop. I was co-facilitating a workshop in Mexico, and something happened in mid-February. I lost all sensation of my body. So if you grab your arm and pinch your skin, imagine that you could do that anywhere on your body and feel nothing. That's obviously not right. So when I got home, I went to the emergency room. I had to check my lungs. They were clear. They checked my heart. It was good. Checked my blood work. Okay. But when they did an MRI and a surgeon walked in and he said, Mr. Zeleznick, I need to see you in the hall. That's when my heart started going a million miles an hour. You never want to be called into the principal's office, right? When we walked out and he showed me the monitor and he started flipping through the MRI slides and he stopped on one, my heart stopped for a minute. And he said, you see this ball right here? And I said, yeah. And he told me that's a tumor on your brainstem. It's inoperable. Why don't we wait for about 6 months and do another MRI and we'll see, what happens? And I'm going, excuse me? No. I don't wait. I act. I didn't want to follow their advice. And if you've ever had an interaction with the medical system where you kind of felt like a number, you didn't really feel like a human, you could type a 1 in the chat or just realize that a lot of the times that's how it happens. And that's exactly how I felt. I felt like I was not being listened to and it wasn't his head on the chopping block. So there was no compassion. He didn't have a bad bedside manner, but he didn't make me feel at ease at all. So I decided I was going to flip the script on this and I was going to look at this from a different angle. Instead of woe is me, I switched to how is this for me? How is this a spiritual lesson that I've created for myself in order to learn? And then it only took about a day or two, actually, before I started thinking, geez, I've been helping people my whole life. I've devoted every single waking minute for the past 2.5 decades to helping people realize their power. This is definitely a situation for heal thyself. And just think what I can do. When I kick this thing's butt, how I can help and support other people who are going through something maybe similar or even worse. And so it switched pretty quickly from me to we. And it's still about me. Make no mistake about it. It is, because I'm the one walking this road. But a dear friend of mine, somebody that I love deeply, they said something last week that really stuck with me. And I hope that you can hear this. That most of us have probably heard the saying by Ram Dass that we're all kids walking each other home. And this friend of mine had a very interesting take on it. They said, well, yeah, but I like to think of it as we're all walking ourselves home together. We're all walking ourselves home together. And so that's why the Ascended Living program was actually created. Now, that's a little bit about me, but I'm not the only one in Ascended Living. There are also 2 other very important angels that are part of this. The first one is my soul partner, Jemiah. And for 6 years after a bicycle accident in Amsterdam, she had a traumatic brain injury. And she also was dealing with COVID and Lyme disease, all of which affected her brain. So with her and her story, after 6 years of trying all these different therapies, all these different things for her brain injury, she still felt like she was at about 50% brain capacity. So if you can imagine right now how well you think, how well your cognition is, how good it is, and then just cut that in half with the brain fog, with the fatigue, with the confusion, being so hypersensitive to EMF and 5G that you really can't even live in the city anymore. You can't drive, you can't ride a bicycle. That was her reality until she actually came here to America to be with me over the summer. And we went and had an amazing treatment by the third person in the Ascended Living Trio, by an amazing biochemist named Ian Mitchell, who has developed and discovered a unique way of activating the stem cells in our blood that we already have in a way that no other scientist or medical professional has ever done, and being able to hyper target those to exactly where we need them to be. And because of that, in 11 weeks, along with my body code sessions and the work that she was already doing, she was back to 100% brain function, which is kind of unheard of in the TBI world. So the three of us have come together to bring something to all of you. So once again, for those of you that are just coming on to this webinar, please type into the chat what your intention is for being here. We've had a lot of people just barely jumping in. I would love to hear from you. What is your intention for this? Is it to learn how to heal yourself? Is it to learn about healing for someone else? Is it to learn how to embody your highest consciousness and truly be embodied instead of always out there, but actually be in here? Heal pain. Mila, okay, beautiful. Andy, to learn to have an out-of-body experience. Okay, Amy, yeah, great, great. Recovering from my stroke. Seppo, let's talk. By all means, you can reach out to Jemiah in the chat. Any of you that would like to schedule a one-on-one with her to find out more about this program, but we're not even getting started yet. Reach out to Jemiah in the chat personally, and she'll send you over that link so you can get on her calendar. If you've had a stroke, we definitely want to talk to you. Heal your inner child. Amy, I love it. Yes. Healing for someone else. Okay, PK, please reach out to Jemiah. And it's spelled Y-E-M-A. Sorry, Y-E-M-A-Y-A. It's pronounced Jemiah, but it's spelled Yemiah. Reach out to her in the chat, please. Learn healing technologies for myself and others. Deb, absolutely. I know Deb is an amazing leader with the evolutionary leaders, and absolutely great. Okay, so with all of that, we're all here for a different reason, right? We're all here for a different reason, but it's all the same. If you think about it, we're all here to become the very best higher self that we can be, the large S self, not the small S self. So as I share my screen, first of all, welcome. That just totally went sideways on me. Funny. Now, our intention for this masterclass is to support you in tuning and turning your physical ailments into blessings and embodying your higher consciousness. You're getting all kinds of cool stuff today. Sorry, I keep pushing the wrong buttons. My apologies. I have used a computer before, I promise. Okay, there we go. I'm going to get this. I swear, promise, I'm going to get it all for all of you. I just, you know what it's like when you drag the mouse in the wrong way? Yeah. Okay, there we go. All right, back to where we were. My goal is that you leave with clarity on what's been preventing you from fully embodying your spiritual practices and how not doing so can lead to physical issues. and also help you on the next steps so that you can actually take these steps to live your life in optimal health. And today we're going to be showing you what we and many others have done to truly reclaim our health, balance our minds, and fully integrate our higher consciousness into our body and into our daily life. So, let me ask you, are you doing your spiritual practices but still experiencing physical issues? Now, that's a rhetorical question. You can answer it in the chat. Sure, absolutely. But it's a common thing these days. There are so many different spiritual practices that take us out there into the quantum. But do they really help you embody it? Like truly bring that into the body? The majority don't. They want to help you have an out-of-body experience, which is great, but you are in a body for a reason. It's to experience these amazing things here. And maybe having an OBE is part of that. However, what if your goal is to truly have as many amazing human experiences as possible while you have this beautiful avatar to move us through time and space? And that's the real goal. If we always go out there, I've worked with a lot of people that are not embodied at all. They feel so scattered after the Kundalini awakening that they learned different things, that they pushed the Kundalini awakening open, and now they're like everywhere but here. So here's the truth. If you want to embody higher consciousness and live in optimal health, you need to elevate the frequency of your body temple. Can you all agree with that? That if you try to push 5,000 volts through a speaker wire, it's going to blow the wire? We need to actually embody this. Now, please type a 1 in the chat if you're able to see my screen, or are you seeing me? Which one do you see? You see me. Oh, well, that's not good. Why are you seeing me? I need to make sure that you see the screen. This is awesome. You got to see me, but that's not actually the point. Well, that's what happens when you run 3 screens at the same time. Okay, let's do this. Perfect. About that. There we go. Much better, much better. Okay, perfect. Now you're all seeing that. And the little boxes will disappear soon. They should disappear. Okay. So in this, okay, very good. What you're going to learn is, first of all, why a lot of people who do spiritual practices still experience physical issues and ailments. Because we all have our bodies, right? And sometimes our bodies give us some feedback, and that's okay. This is why we're here. We're here to learn. You're also going to learn about the protocol that Jemiah and I, which you can see us on the screen, that we've used to reverse serious physical issues and to embody this higher consciousness, and also how you can turn health challenges and disease into spiritual growth and live in your optimal health. All right, so if that sounds interesting to you, please type a yes in the chat if you're interested in doing all these things. Finding out why, finding out the how, and finding out the what for you. Beautiful. So we're going to come back to me now. Awesome. Yeah, keep them coming. Keep them coming. I love to see your yeses. Thank you so much for the feedback and the participation. So when there are experiences that are too difficult for our consciousness to really handle, we can push it out of our consciousness and into our body awareness, right? And what that does is it can lead to dis-ease. And the same goes for experiences that have happened for our ancestors. The whole field of epigenetics is looking at, I mean, there's a lot that they're looking at, but let's say your paternal grandfather experienced famine and had starvation. It's likely that you will now have heart problems, according to the research. Who would have thought? There's something that, like, I never met my paternal grandfather, but what happened to him can actually come down and be expressed in me and my brothers and my dad. So when we get to the root cause of these things, and that's really what ascended living is about, is finding out what the energetic root cause is so that we can create balance there, which then brings balance back into our physical, but also into our mental and our emotional. And this impacts the frequency of our body. So in order to be able to really attain a higher frequency, we need to release the lower frequencies. We need to clear our body temple so that it can actually grab onto and really embody this higher consciousness. So, like I mentioned, at the end of the masterclass, you're going to learn exactly the steps that we've taken to balance our bodies, detox our system, and really embody our spiritual work and how you can too. For right now, though, I would like to guide you through an experience so you can actually feel more of this embodied higher consciousness. So if you're ready for that, type a ready in the chat if you're ready to rock and roll with me, because this is a really quite a cool, this is an experience that I haven't really brought out into my master classes before. Not like this. Okay, ready. John says he's ready. PK sounds wonderful. Okay, I love it. So the first thing that we're going to do is an interesting type of breath work. Now, if you've done breath work before, please type what kind you've done. Maybe it was Wim Hof. Everybody's familiar with Wim Hof, right? Maybe it was pranayama. Maybe it was 5D breath work. Maybe it was soma breath work. Maybe it was Marpati Putti, which I've been teaching forever. Very rarely does somebody come across that in a masterclass. So since it is unique and it is rare, but type in what you've done. Mila's done Wim Hof. Great. Okay, quantum breath. Seppo, good. Soma, Jennifer, good. Nice. John, Soma. All right. My good friend Phil Kaler's here. Awesome. Susan Wise, another soul sister. Awesome. Good. Quantum touch and Qigong. Okay, so we have some different experiences here, right? But this is going to be one that's quite a bit different, okay? So there are two different kinds of breath work, really, that are, well, I guess there's three. The first one is hyperventilation, like Wim Hof. People where you hyperventilate and breathe a lot. Couple cool things happen, couple kind of negative things happen when you do this. The first thing that's really cool is it gets you into state. It releases a lot of adrenaline. Yeah, you activate the sympathetic fight or flight nervous system. So if you want to get into a higher energy state right now, that's a good way to go. Then there's the long, slow breathing, the meditative breathing. It's the third one, which calms our system down. And then there's a third kind, which most people are not familiar with. If you've done soma, you're probably a little familiar with that. And that's hypoxic, intermittent hypoxic breathing, which the benefits to that health-wise and energy-wise are enormous compared to the other two. They're all good. But by holding your breath in certain ways, you're activating so many amazing functions in your body, from increased mitochondrial function, increased CO2 so that you can absorb more oxygen. The way that we do this in the Merpati Putti, or the white dove system that I brought to America, is we actually generate more electricity and inner power in our body. So when we have that, it can go to the places that are imbalanced or lacking energy to create more balance and health in those places, right? So we're going to do just a little bit of hypoxic breathing today, and it's very simple. All you need is 2 fingers and a nose. So if you have 2 fingers and a nose, you're qualified. But before we get to this, I would love for this to all be one beautiful flow for all of you. So right now is a great time to make sure that you have your water handy. And please, we're going to take just like a minute or two, get your headphones. I want you to get your headphones, put them on, hook them up so that you're hearing me through your headphones. And if you don't have headphones, if you have any that you can grab and that you can use, please do so. It's going to be so to your benefit to have those with you. While we're doing that, I've got a couple questions to ask you before we drop into this. We really need this because to do just breath work without an intention is great. Your body knows what to do with that. But the integrated ascension method, I like to do more with less. I like to give us a more of an experience than just one thing by itself. So let's set our intention for this and find out where we're at right now and how we can get to where we want to be. And then we're going to incorporate this breath work and lead you through a beautiful process. So first question, who here is experiencing physical ailments of any kind at this moment? If I would love for you to share what those are. We're all friends here. We're all humans. We're all walking ourselves home, but we are together. What are you dealing with? Or any friend of yours that you'd like to send over to Jemiah to help her be able to support. Low energy and fatigue. Okay. Andy just recovered from a sinus infection. Okay. Amy, stress, the #1 cause of every disease. Stress right there. Kathleen, okay. Asthma, knee and hip pain. All right. Tendonitis for Jennifer. Corinne says shoulder pain. Okay. Amy, tired. Okay. Mila, migraines. Gotcha. Okay. Janet, knee and lower back pain, hip and foot pain. Okay, so some pain here. Jennifer, anxiety. Okay. Well, and Jennifer, after what we do today, that's going to help your anxiety right away, very likely. Rita, your eyesight. Okay. Star, back pain. Okay, impacts your lungs and your tiredness. Okay. So some of us have some tissue issues, it sounds like. All right. How long has it been an issue for you? Just type in there. Has it been 2 months? Has it been 20 years? How long has it been that you've been experiencing the tissue issue? 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 years for Jen. Okay. Mila, 23 years. Wow. Okay. Good. Well, we're going to see what we can do to have that, like the sign at the factory that says 0 days since the last accident, or 537 days since the last incident. Let's have it be 0 days since your last episode of pain. Okay. Cute. 1 year. Okay. Chronic is 58 years for Star. All right. Now, what will your life look like in a year from now if nothing changes? Like if it doesn't get better, if God forbid it gets worse, what would your life be like? Same? Okay. Andy, worse. Yeah. What would that look like for you? What would it feel like? How would your life be? Okay. Worse and sad, Vicky. Yeah. And what would you be feeling and experiencing? Some of us, might have a condition, a ailment that is getting worse. It's not actually chronic, it's actually accelerating. So what would that look like? What would you be feeling and experiencing? Frustration, broken, sad too, okay? Progressively worse. So I think we can all agree it's not better, it's still the same, right? So at the end of the masterclass, you're going to have the opportunity to find out how you can really dissolve those issues and step into the life and the health that you really want. This is something that's so important for all of us, because I think we all can agree that we'd like to live a life with less pain, more energy, and have it be happier and more fulfilling, right? So when we think about it, what do we really want? I want you to close your eyes right now. I want you to really ask yourself, what do I really, really, really want for my health? What do I really want? And I want you to visualize, imagine, and feel what that's like. Allow it to be tangible throughout your whole system. Like a rush of the future. Just goes from your head down to your toes, and your toes all the way back up. Every single cell in your body vibrating with this future potential of health, of embodiment, self-love, connectedness, and coherence. And expand this feeling even further in your body. Hopefully you have your headphones ready. Okay. So I'm going to have you open your eyes and try to keep that feeling in your body already. Okay. Let's try to keep it there. And when we do this next part, it's very simple. We're going to do some breath work, interesting kind. Then we're going to do some deep, perfect breath. This is going to be a neat adventure for a lot of you, because some of you may have not breathed like this in your whole life, or at least maybe you don't remember the last time. And then we're going to go into some meditation using these scientific sounds of my good friend, Dr. Jeffrey Thompson, one of the world's foremost pioneers in binaural beats and brainwave entrainment. So the breath work. All right. So like I said, all you have to have is 2 fingers and a nose. Now, first thing, I want you to just take a breath in through your nose, normal breath. And I want you to breathe out. Don't squeeze it out. Just breathe until you stop breathing out. That's all we're going to breathe out. All right. We're not going to keep breathing all the way out. We're just going to breathe all the way out. And then we're going to hold our nose and we're not going to breathe. So you just let your air come out, stop the air, hold your breath for as long as you can. And then as soon as you start to feel that I need to breathe feeling, I want you to just slowly breathe in through the nose. That's it. That's all you have to do. You don't have to push yourself. You're not setting any records. You just wait until you feel that sensation where the carbon dioxide sensors in your brain say, oh, it's time. And then you breathe in normal and natural, in through the nose, out through the nose. We're going to do this 3 times on my count, okay? That's all you have to do. But I do want you to see how far you can go without having it be uncomfortable, okay? So we're going to all be together. Get your fingers ready, okay? We're going to breathe in and then breathe out and hold your nose and hold it out. Just hold it out and hold your nose for as long as you can until you need to start breathing in. And when you do, type a 1 in the chat after you started breathing in. That's going to tell me because I see everybody on the screen. Okay. The ones are coming in. Okay, good. Awesome. All right, so here we go. Got our ones. We're going to do this again, everybody. Here we go. Get your fingers ready. Take a breath in. Breathe out through the nose. Stop. Hold. Hold on your nose. And just hold it out as long as you can. You can close your eyes and go inside your body. Pay attention to what's happening inside you. Once you feel that I have to breathe, go ahead and do so and type a 1 in the chat. Good, we have our 1s coming in. Awesome. Great. Here we go. Let's go for a third. Take a nice breath in. All the way out. Hold your nose. Now, this time I want you to go a little bit further till it's a little bit less comfortable. And then breathe in and type a 1 when you're ready. Good. Okay, so we have our 1s coming in. Now, sports science has shown that with this breath, where you just hold it out like that, boom, with athletes that they were checking, it increased in 1 week. They did this just 3 times like this, once a day for a week. Took what, all of 2 minutes. And it increased their recovery and their lactate threshold. It was incredible after a week. So here you have something that you can do in 2 minutes. Today, tomorrow, every day for the rest of your life. It's going to help your lung function, your immune function, your recovery ability in 2 minutes. Pretty cool, right? Doesn't take very long. It's not an hour long or 2 hour or 3 hour holotropic session. It takes 2 minutes, and the benefits are amazing. So now we're all going to take some time to do some really deep, perfect breath. This, I call it the perfect breath because neuroscience has shown that the human body does have a perfect breath rhythm. And that's a 5.5 second inhale, 5.5 second exhale, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Okay. Breathe diaphragmatically, all the way out. And when you get to the bottom, exhale all the way out. Then breathe in, breathe all the way out, all the way out. So I'm going to actually share my sound. When I do this, you're going to hear a cello. And this cello is going to lead you through this perfect cadence, right? Then after 3 minutes, we're going to sit just quietly, breathing slowly in through the nose, out through the mouth. I'm going to drop into the scientific sounds of Dr. Jeffrey Thompson and take you into a very deep theta brainwave state where your body will start to repair. Okay. And I've got some things that'll help keep you here with us and help keep you really focused. So go ahead and close your eyes. And I want you to remember that visualization, imagination, that feeling of your perfect health as it shoots through your body into every cell of you. And we're going to breathe all the way out through our mouth. And breathe in through the nose now. And then all the way out through the mouth. Breathe in through the nose. And breathe out through the mouth. With the cello now, breathe in through the nose. Slowly, all the way out the mouth. And relax deeply into this perfect feeling of your health. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. In through the nose. through the mouth. Follow the cello in. Out. Relax deeper every time you breathe out. Relax more. We're almost to the meditation portion. Keep one more big breath in. All the way out, and continue this nice, relaxed breathing. As you breathe, really set your intention of what you really, really, really want to receive from this healing session. Visualize, imagine, and feel your body and your mind in the ideal state, with all blocks, all issues resolved. If you feel any tension, let it go. With every breath, focus on feeling more light and energy entering your body through your heart center, spreading out to every cell. And with every exhale, let go of every energy that is in any way holding you back. Inhale, feel your heart expand. Exhale, let any and all energy that is holding you back, let it go. This perfect vision of your health in your mind. See yourself in front of you, perfect, healthy, energized, aware, your perfect self right in front of you. And if you don't actually see it, that's okay. Visualize, imagine, and feel your perfect self right in front of you. Feeling this love from your perfect self beaming back to you in your physical body. Programming your DNA and your energy body with perfect health. And feel a smile spreading across your face and across your heart. And now, step into this perfect version of yourself. Visualize, imagine, feel your physical body stepping into and becoming one with this perfect, healthy version of you. And feel it. Throughout every part of you. Again, smiling in your heart, on your face. Allowing this perfect version of you to become the you in the now. And we're going to begin bringing ourselves back into our body, fully awake and aware. Start to wiggle your fingers and your toes slightly, feeling your tactile awareness come back to your body. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose. Hold it at the top. Give thanks and blessings to this beautiful body that you have. And as you exhale slowly out your mouth, begin to open your eyes. Still smiling in your heart, still smiling on your face. So many things to be grateful and thankful for, including every breath we take. By all means, please get a sip of water if you need. And please type in the chat, how are you feeling now? And I'd love for you to share any insights that you had from that experience. At peace, yeah, Jen, that's good. Janet, yeah, sorry. Deb, beautiful meditation, yeah, thank you. Vicky, at peace and joyful. John says glorious, yeah. Eileen, deeply calmed, balanced, yeah, good. Calm, stars, got it, calm, okay. Beautiful. Danja, lighter, that's beautiful. Many times, and I'm sure you can relate, we find ourselves as a human doing, not a human being. And then we have these moments where we find this peace, bliss, calm. Now, just imagine if you knew the exact steps to take to reach that at any time, and to have that be your state of being. It's your normal way of being. And the steps that your body really needs to fully thrive and heal completely and be grounded in your body. Would you like to feel fully energized and healthy and see improvement every day? Like, that's a real question. Type a yes in the chat if you'd like to actually feel that improvement and be able to be grounded, embodied, and spiritually aware, being out there and in here at the same time. Yeah, yes, lots of yeses. Good. Right. So would it be okay with you if I shared something that we have just very recently created for all of you? These have the steps that have made such a huge difference in my life and Jemiah's life and so many other people, from reversing the brain injury to, for me, in 5 months, I lost 90 pounds. I didn't lose it. I released it permanently. I got rid of my hypertension. I actually reversed my biological and metabolic age by 22 years with these things. 22 years. If you're over the age of 22 and you would like to, say, go back in time, literally how you feel and how your body functions, got something for you. And with the brain tumor, it got over 50% smaller in 5 weeks. I'm still in that. I'm working through it. Brain tumors are not an overnight thing, but it's an amazing adventure. And sharing the things that have helped me and other people with neoplasms. That's also another way of saying the C word. So would it be okay? Type a yes in there if it's okay if I share with you something that's brand new. I guarantee none of you have heard of this, not a single one of you. All right. Love it. Lots of yeses. Fantastic. So the first thing that I'm going to ask you to do is, if you have your phone handy, please pull out your phone. If you're on your phone right now, we'll have a link for you. But I want you to pull out your phone and turn it on to camera mode. You're going to need the camera. I'm going to share my screen with you so that you can see what I see. Very good. All right. We are definitely in the Ascended Living program right now. So something that Jemiah and I have created for all of you, that it's an easy entry point for everybody to get into to improve your health literally from the day you start using it. Because I'm sure you'll all agree that our biggest wealth is our health. And anybody that doesn't think that is somebody who's never had a health scare or knows somebody who has. But I can tell you from personal experience that once you have the opportunity, really, to experience a serious health condition, because it's all just experience, all learning, it helps us reprioritize what's really important. And so Jemiah and I created the Ascended Living Kickstart program. This is brand new, only on the Ascended Living app. And what this does is it helps you have everything to create the foundation for your well-being. Nutrition, exercises, stretching, very unique breath work, much different than we did today even. Meditations with scientific sounds, brain entrainment, and reaching that inner peace. So this is to really make your future self happy and healthy through the choices that you make every single day. So make sure you get your camera out, okay, on your phone, because I've got a QR code for you to scan on the next thing. This is a really kind of a Black Friday thing, honestly. And I'll tell you a little bit more about the Kickstart program and what's in there. So on the app, you get lifetime access. And this is anywhere you are. It's actually in the app, so you don't even need an internet connection to be able to access it. So if you're in the middle of the Himalayas, you can actually do these things. First one is comprehensive nutrition guides for both vegans and omnivores. So how to not just track your calories, not just your macros, but also really delicious recipes that you can make very quickly that will help you fuel this vehicle in a beautiful way that you can enjoy and love, regardless of how you prefer to eat. Then we have a really special exercise regimen that in my school and on my classes, we always called the 100. Now, it's not 100 different exercises. Nobody's got time for that. But these are, we call them the 100. And they're a specific set of exercises to really help strengthen and loosen every one of the major muscle groups in the body. Some really unique circular strength training, stretching that is very light and easy on the body to help eliminate pain and increase mobility. It's not just lean over and do hurdlers. This is some very unique type of work for the joints of the body. Then breath work, the integrated ascension method breath work to help detox your body, because over 70% of toxins in the body come out through the breath, or there's 70% through carbon dioxide through the breath out. Energizes and regulates your system, especially your nervous system. My partner, Jemiah, created a beautiful blessing your body meditation for optimal health and also for coherence in the head and the heart. And then you also get brainwave entrainment tracks, similar to what we did today, even deeper though, by Dr. Jeffrey Thompson. That's for deep regeneration and inner peace. And this, we were gonna start it off at $399, but we want to make sure that we kick this off. The kickstart, it's $147. That's it. And this is a huge course that you get to choose whatever you want to do every single day based upon how amazing do you want to feel today. It could take you 3 minutes. You could take it up to 20 minutes, 25 minutes if you really wanted to. I would personally take it to 25 or more, but that's just me. But for you, as little as 3 to 4 minutes a day to feel amazing and balanced every single day, that's what this program really helps you do. And this is just part of our Ascended Living program. Now, for those of you who are interested in feeling amazing every single day, type a yes in the chat. I mean, this is true. We all have our stuff, right? Everybody's got their stuff, but it's what we do right now and today that will really dictate how we feel tomorrow. And it can be as soon as 5 minutes from now. Yes. Okay. Keep the yeses coming. All right. So what I encourage you to do, and Jemiah, if you could please drop the link for this into the chat so everybody can click on that. I'm going to make sure that you're able to get that right away. Very good. Thank you so much. That way, everybody, regardless if you're on your phone right now, go to the chat. Click on this link. Bring up that browser. You can have this in your inbox literally in 2 minutes from now. So as we do this, make sure that you're really giving this a thought. This is just the checkout page. This has so much in there that you get to explore. And we do have a 14-day money-back guarantee. So after you do this, if you're not satisfied, well, we're happy to honor you and make sure that you get what you really want. But we don't ever have refunds because it works. And you keep getting better and better results every day you do it. But that is an option for you, just letting you know. So make sure that you go in and you get this program. Because now I'm going to move on to tell you a little bit more about the actual Ascended Living program. The Kickstart is where you can start off with minimal investment and get a maximum result. But so many of you, I saw in there, you're having pain with your hip, pain with your back, chronic fatigue, anxiety, these different things that maybe even some of you have something more serious, C word or Alzheimer's, something like that. Well, in the Ascended Living program, we have, I am really not doing that great with that whole thing. Yeah, you guys get to see a lot of stuff. Wow, I keep pushing the wrong buttons. Ha, it's okay. There are a lot of different things that we can be working with in our life, right? And the thing about this is that when we're confronted, or I should say when we have the opportunity, and I really consider it an opportunity. I think a brain tumor has been my biggest blessing, like a blessing and a lesson all in one. And I know that for a lot of people, they're like, how can you consider that? I have to say, by using the Ascended Living protocols, I know myself better now than I would have ever been able to, ever, had I not had this. And the thing is that we get the opportunity to really decide and make a decision what we want to do for our health. Part of the human condition, though, is waiting until the monster is Godzilla instead of killing it when it's a baby monster, or doing the right things to make sure there's just not a monster that shows up. And I thought I was doing all the right things too. And then found out It's the Kraken. So, you know, if for those of you who are familiar with Clash of the Titans, you'll understand the reference. So once again, as we take a look here, the Ascended Living Program is very special. It is a unicorn. There's nothing else like it in the world. With what I do with the integrated ascension method of body code testing, all wrapped into Millennium, my soul partner, Jemiah, what she's able to do, oh my goodness, with the center point reset, it changes people's lives in 30 to 45 minutes. It's like nothing I've ever seen. And then with the biochemist that we work with in his PPT V-cell stem cell treatments, I can't make any medical claims, but the reports coming out of his facility with people that have had, well, put it this way, I can speak to this. My colorblind, I've been colorblind since I was born. I had this treatment done and I could see the dot tests. I even videotaped it. It's on my Facebook page. You can go see. It reversed my color blindness. And that's a genetic defect. That's just one of many, many things that have been, well, we call him the miracle engineer for a reason. So the three of us coming together to do this is quite something special. So here's one story of transformation. This is by Hedy van de Velde in, well, he's in Germany now, but originally from Amsterdam. He said, I went from feeling hopeless, unable to enjoy life, and having lost the will to live, to feeling deeply blessed, energized, and genuinely happy to be alive and experiencing this beautiful reality. Just imagine, for any of you that have ever or known somebody that had depression and struggled to really want to be here anymore, what it would be like to actually turn that around to the point where everything is miraculous and everything's a blessing. You're in a state of reverence for life. That's real healing right there. This woman, she battled depression for 8 years. She was exhausted, sad, disconnected. She tried everything, nothing helped. She had one session. The depression lifted immediately, and she says the same, changed her life. And months and months and months later, it remained. Sometimes it's not about taking a prescription, which we all understand. Those are not always the best thing. That's some really immediate results, and that's Jemiah's work.
I want to say a huge thank you to Nate for the body code, emotion code session we did. I had chronic issues with my neck for years and years. Pain, tension, pressure buildup at the base of my skull. And I had been going to chiropractic for years, almost weekly, just to be able to relieve the pressure and the tension, but it never got to the root of the issue. So it was always coming back. And in one 30-minute session with Nate, it was cleared. I walked away with spaciousness in my neck that has remained. There's been no buildup of any of the previous symptoms at all. And the things we cleared, I couldn't have even imagined were there. And we got to the root of it. Can't recommend Nate highly enough. Thank you so much.
Yeah. So really, that's just a couple parts. Those are a couple testimonials of many in the Ascended Living Program and many more to come. So let me ask you, are you ready to elevate your health and your life? Truly, are you ready? Type a yes in the chat or type a ready in the chat. If you're ready to actually elevate, you can wait and then try to dig yourself out of a hole. Amy just signed up. Amazing. Amazing. Anybody else who just signed up, please drop that in the chat. This is something that everybody deserves, to live a long, fulfilling, happy, healthy life. Amy and Janet and Corinne, awesome. Just signed up. Fantastic. Love it. Love it. PK, nice, all right. Keep them coming. This is to your benefit, and we're always here for you. We're always here for you. So if you want to explore really how ascended living can support you on your healing journey beyond the Kickstart, the Kickstart's going to be a great first step. But our fully inclusive program is a very high touch, personalized, one-on-one program for you. Jemiah just dropped that link in the chat. You can book a call with her. You know, I had a mentor of mine who had a very beautiful saying that nothing changes until you do. And I can tell you that's absolutely true. I would have kept doing the same thing had it not been for the brain tumor, right? A lot of the time. And J. Paul Getty had a saying, and I'll paraphrase it, that in life it is easy to become complacent. And when we do the same thing over and over, it becomes a rut and eventually a grave. So if we want to change in our life, we have to be the thing that changes, right? And that's really our biggest goal and our hope, is that through our experiences and through our research and what we've been able to do to support so many other people, that we can help and support you and the people that you love as well. So please make sure to remember that you are the miracle you've been waiting for. You are. And you're walking yourself home. But we're together. And I don't believe you're here by accident. Not just on the planet, but in this masterclass. You're here for a reason to see this. Awesome. So once again, I would like to have you take out your phone. If you turn it to the camera again, I'm going to give you another QR code, because I promised you at the end of this, we've got a special gift for you. All right, this is our new Ascended Living Guide. And it goes through the 6 pillars that we've used that are absolutely crucial for us to retain and gain that balance and that health, that well-being again as quickly as possible. We cover awareness and mindset. We cover source through breath. We cover center point reset. We cover the eat to thrive, how to really fuel this body. We have N, which is new frequency technology, things that are not even available on the market to the public yet, but you would have access to them through us. And decode your body, D for decode your body. The right testing, body code testing, the testing that Jemiah does, all kinds of scientific tests that you can do to find out what's going on under your hood, so that if there is a monster, you're catching it when it's a monster of a few cells, not a monster that's 5 stories tall. All right. So since you have your phone out, get it ready. And I'm going to have you go ahead and download your free Ascended Living Gift Guide here. And Jemiah, if you could please put that into the chat, people can click on that link as well. Beautiful. Thank you so much. So when you click on that link, you're going to be able to fill out that form and immediately have that in your inbox. It's a PDF. You can print it out. You can display it on your screen. You can send it to yourself or send it to WhatsApp so you can view it on your phone, whatever you like. Beautiful. Awesome. So since we have that in there, awesome. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of check the chat a little bit here, because I would love to support you directly. Okay, Vicky had to go. Okay. Andy, same immediate result. Amy, just okay. So great. Anybody else? Who else has taken that opportunity to kickstart their life? We even have a payment plan in there so you can make it easy for you. Eileen, excellent. Excellent. Now, on that, you're going to want to make sure you download the I Am Ascended Living app. It's in Google Play, it's on the Apple Store, and it's also in the email that you get, the confirmation. It will have the download links right there. And you could also search for it if you like, if I Am Ascended Living. Okay, didn't get the second QR code, Eileen. Okay, no problem. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen again for you so you can do that. There you go. Eileen, go ahead and type in there when you get that QR code. We got our little boxes that need to disappear out of there. Yeah. All right, Andy, you're welcome. And we will have a short opportunity for Q&A. All right, I just want to make sure, Eileen, and if Eileen, you can also click the link in the chat. Yes, Janet, you are so welcome. Beautiful. You know what I'm going to do? Because in case there were some people that were not able to get the Kickstart QR code, I'm going to bring that up for just a second. All right, so that way you get the opportunity to do that. There we go. Perfect. Got it. The little bar will get out of there. So that way, anybody else that would like that, and yes, and Jemiah did put that into the chat again. Thank you so much. So you can really click on that and get that this done. All right. And as we go here, I'm just going to leave this up here. I want to answer any questions that you have. And please make sure, once again, if you're interested in taking that step to really embody that well-being on every level, not just your physical, but on the deepest energy levels that, honestly, I've never seen any other practice get as deep as what this does with the body code sessions, and especially the center point reset. Reach out to Jemiah, get on her schedule that one-on-one, make sure you're early, have any questions that you have written down for her. All right, so now let's open this up. We've got about 10 minutes or so for any questions and answers. Hopefully you've all been able to get the QR code. Yes, and if you'd like a center point reset, I could tell you from my personal experience, it took about half an hour and it felt like a pop in the center of my chest. And I finally felt like I was home in my body for the first time in my life. And that is common. That's actually one of the most common things with the center point reset. It deals on your actual electromagnetism, the north and south pole of your body, just like a planet that has electromagnetic field. If it's not in the right place, you have all kinds of tectonic problems. And most humans don't have their center point in the right place, especially as adults. But I happen to know somebody, actually the world's foremost expert on it, that is Jemiah. So if you're interested in that, definitely check that out. All right. And I would love to have anybody who has a question, by all means, type that in the chat.
Hey, Nate. Just want to tell you, man, you're looking good after this treatment, dude. Lost a lot of weight. I could tell right away.
Yeah. Thank you, Andy.
Man, I wasn't sure you weren't your brother there, you know?
Well, I know. Yeah. Well, I'm not quite that skinny. He's been that way forever.
Oh, okay.
Me, that's recent, but thank you.
Yeah. Hey,
That's okay.
yeah, and thanks to Jemiah. I had a question on the breathwork thing.
Yes.
Okay, everybody always talks about intention.
Yeah.
Okay, what does a real intention? What's a real intention like? Because a lot of people just seem like it's a wish that they ain't planning on doing or something like that.
So that's a great question. So the way that I would answer that is that, yeah, it might be a wish, but it's something that we keep, especially well in our mind. Like that's why I say visualize, imagine, and feel. Because most important is you feel what that's going to be like. You envision it in your mind, but it's not just thought. This is a very embodied process, Andy. So, as you say to yourself, I'm healthy, I'm wealthy, I'm wise. I'm healthy, I'm wealthy, I'm wise. If you don't believe that and feel that, well, then you're just talking to yourself, and that's okay. But you're not going to get anything or much of anything out of it. And so, when I say your intention, I'm talking about feeling. What would it feel like to be completely healthy? Just imagine it, and then imagine your body feeling that right now as you do this. And Joe Dispenza talks about this, that thoughts become things. That feeling is a faster form of thinking, much more involved, and it requires much more of your actual brain power, your subconscious mind power, which is the subconscious is like, imagine this. Your conscious mind is like a computer chip the size of your fist. Your subconscious mind is like the size of a computer chip, the size of a football field stacked past the clouds. That's literally the difference in how much is actually going on. So when we visualize, imagine, and feel what it's going to be like, what it is like to feel that, to see that, to hear that, to smell that, taste that even, and we make it really embodied in a somatic experience, that's when we start to manifest things and those intentions become reality. And by going into these deep brainwave states, these deep meditations, it helps to supplant or move our conscious mind out of the way so we can more directly access to deeper parts of the mind and allow our body to truly have these things become reality. Otherwise, we can just think about it for a long time. And I think we all know people that have journaled or they've said affirmations and had nothing happen. And then get disgruntled because nothing happened. We've all had that. We've all done that. We've all wished upon a star and then, like, it was a shooting star and it's gone now. But when we start to really feel it as part of us, that's when it becomes part of our field and part of our manifestation. Did that answer your question, Andy?
Yeah, it answered my question. It's
Okay.
really the feeling, so it's kind of along like Neville
Yes,
Goddard type stuff and all that, right?
absolutely.
Because yeah, it
Absolutely.
just seems to me a lot of people spend so much time on the mechanics they actually don't get to the feeling part.
Exactly. That's
Writing a perfect affirmation. Well, I mean, you figure the guy that put this universe together, he kind of probably has an idea what you're talking about without getting the perfect English, right?
most likely. You're
So yeah, you answered the question. Thank you, Nate, and
welcome.
thanks for your support, Jemiah.
Any other questions? By all means, go ahead and type those in the chat if you have questions. Right. Then, if we don't have questions, okay, we have Dan. Okay, Dan, by all means, go ahead and type your chat into the question. Sorry, type your question into the chat. I'll wait for Dan's question to come through and jump right in. So, on that scale of 1 to 10, before you gave your rating, what is your rating now, everybody? By all means, type in your number. What is your number right now? Dan, question. So is the program all video recordings or audio or written? Great question. So if you're talking about the Ascended Living Kickstart program, it's all of them. So the nutrition guides, that's written, right? We have video and we also have deep audio tracks as well. So you're getting all three, the best of all three worlds in that program. When it comes to the Ascended Living program itself, you get to work with Jemiah and I one-on-one very deeply with personalized nutrition, getting to the root cause and the actual deep core issues of where whatever issues have come up, where they lie. If you can include body code sessions with me, releasing trapped traumas, testing for supplements and things that you might need in your body, the entire physical healing protocol from Dr. Jeff Thompson, and a lot of videos of me and my integrated ascension method, breathwork, inner power development. It's truly, you get to work with us for 2 months in that program, and you can find out more about that from Jemiah. What about the 100 exercises in breathwork? Absolutely, buddy. They're in there. Yep, the 100 and the stretching, all of it's in there. Yep. So if you're thinking about it, Dan, by all means, go ahead and jump onto the program. You're going to love it. And those are videos? Yeah, those are videos. Yeah, you kind of need to see those to be able to follow along with me. Yeah. Right. Let's see, any other things come through? Okay. Great questions, Dan. Any others before we continue walking, even though we're together, walking ourselves home? All right. So I didn't quite see this, but please type into the chat on that scale of 1 to 10. I asked you at the very start, how are you now in relation? Before, some of you were at a 4. Some of you were already at an 8. But how are you now? John, 8. Great. 8.5. All right, we're up there, getting higher, Andy. Great. If I remember correctly, Andy, you were at 5 or 6. Janet, higher. Okay, that's good. Was 8, now a 10. Svetlana, good to see you, Svetlana. Glad you made it. Now we have Jen here, or Joy. Awesome. Okay, so Dan, great question. Is there a morning routine for energy and an evening one for deep sleep? Yes, there is. Yes, 100%. Get that course. You're going to find out. You do the 100 in the morning, takes you 10 minutes. You're going to have so much energy throughout your day and better flexibility and just feeling amazing. And then at night, we have Dr. Jeff Thompson's Delta Sleep System. So you put on, literally, you put on the headphones and you listen for a half hour. You're going to conk out and go to sleep, but you're going to get the deepest levels of restorative sleep. In 30 minutes, it truly feels like you got a 4 hour of sleep, literally, because you're being entrained to such deep brain waves that normally you would not be there for nearly that long. Yeah, how long is the 100 exercises? You do it all at once? It'll take you about 10, 15 minutes, and you can do it all at once, or you can break it up throughout the day. Up to you. I recommend doing it all at once. Yeah, it's so the Merpati Putih system. I'm not going to spend long on this, but in Indonesia, the Indonesian government and the military has been using the Merpati Putih, or the white dove exercises, for the past 55 years as standard training for every branch of the military. You have to do these if you're in the military in Indonesia. And what they've done is some tests, and they showed a equivalent or better benefit from 5 minutes of the actual hypoxic breath work of Merpati Putih. 5 minutes was equivalent or better than 45 minutes of cardio because of this intermittent hypoxia technology. And now science is starting to catch up with that. So a lot of researchers are looking into this kind of breath work as being like This is what you want to do if you want to have amazing results that last over time. Like Wim Hof, those kinds. Hyperventilation gives you a burst right now, but 3 hours from now, the benefits have worn off. Really. The other ones, those ones, the one like the integrated ascension method ones, and the ones you'll get in the Kickstart program, those ones, they just build every single day you do them. So it's basically, if you want to be Superman, you have to, do one thing at a time. But this can get you there in a lot of ways. Danja, okay. Scented Living program full of resources that you could put into use? Absolutely. Yes, absolutely, Danja. We've got everything you need right there. If you jump on in for the Kickstart program, it's going to get, especially with you and your health situation, your healing situation, I know for a fact you will use these things to such great effect. They will benefit you so much and quickly. So yeah, make sure you go ahead and grab that. Thank you, Jemiah, for putting that in. Okay, everybody. So we are here at the end of our time together. I would like to thank Jemiah for all of her amazing insight and her creation. The Ascended Living program is really her brainchild, her baby. She's the one who came up with the idea. I just work here. She is really the one who had that inspiration. Amy, yes, these are videos. They're not live sessions. If it's the Kickstart on the app, those are videos and audio and written, so you get to print out certain things, listen to certain things, view other things at your own pace. However, the Ascended Living program and the Ascension Protocol, schedule a one-on-one with Jemiah. That one is very high touch. Those are very personal. Those are a lot of those are live. Yeah, we take you by the hand to help work with exactly where you are, exactly what you need, because everybody's different. Certain things will work for all of us, yes, but certain things, they're unique to us. I hope that answers your question, Amy. And so as I sign off today, once again, thanking Jemiah. This wouldn't be possible without her. Second of all, thanking all of you for being here with us. This wouldn't be possible without all of you either. It's an honor to walk myself home, but together with you. And as you go throughout your day, as you go throughout your life, as you take every single breath, realizing there are no ordinary moments. You never get the same one ever again. And every one of them is precious. I hope that you live your life with love, not just in your heart, but sharing that with other people. We'll be holding other masterclasses like this, and I would invite you to stay tuned, to attend more, to share with your friends, encourage them to come. Share the links with anybody that you know that is facing a physical issue that they don't prefer and they want to have less pain, more pleasure, more energy, and a longer, more fulfilling life. Since we are walking ourselves home, but together, that together means sharing with the others. So please share with others. Let them know about this. And I will be sending out a replay of this to all of you and the others that were not able to make it. I hope that you watch this again. We go through these exercises again, that you enjoy your Kickstart program. And like Jemiah just said, thank you for being here, everybody. I hope you have a great day and a great now on purpose. Can't wait to see you at the next one. Much love.